Good afternoon, everybody. My name's Paul Church from Clarity Craft here in the UK, and today we're joined by the lovely Deborah Wheeler. Good afternoon, Deborah.
Afternoon. Hi, everyone.
So, welcome to Clarity TV. If maybe it's the first time of joining in, we were on earlier at 10 o'clock this morning, weren't we?
Yeah, and survived.
We survived just, and we got all festive with some fantastic stamps we've got on the show, because I know I've got to say, Christmas is, I mean, you scared me by saying how many weeks it was.
I think it's about 9.
9 weeks.
Think.
No.
Listen,
9 months.
The thing is, Christmas is the same time every year, but it always seems to take us by surprise. Do you not have that?
Yeah,
we all go,
absolutely.
oh, blimey.
Christmas is here. Yeah, absolutely.
But it happens every year at the same time.
I know.
Strange.
Very strange. So, what I thought we'd do a little bit of housekeeping. We've introduced Deborah, we've introduced myself. And so on the screen, what you'll see is that we have product information. So at the top, you have your product code. Underneath, you've then got your image of what it is. You've got a description or a title, and then you have a recommended retail price. Then you've got a saving price, and then the one at the bottom is what you're going to pay. Now, have you noticed something special, Deborah, about that price?
Yeah, it's lower than the recommended retail price.
It's half price. Because at the moment on our website, we've got up to 50% off. It's a celebration of crafting with clarity. And so it started this morning, or actually, some of our friends in the shack last night had a sneaky peek of it with Barb at 7 o'clock.
Okay.
And it will run until midnight Monday. So if you check out the website, which is at the bottom, which is claritycrafts.com, or alternatively, you can give the lovely Sue or Jazz a call, and she's literally sitting in the room underneath us. We often hear her giggling away when she's talking to our friends at home.
I've already been downstairs in the break between the two shows and got my order in. And I've got to apologise to Barbara. I'm really sorry, because the card I did in the 10 o'clock show, I was talking about how to use up your existing scraps of paper. We've got a sale on, buy new paper.
Yeah, keep your scraps for a later day.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do, we're going to have a look at some products that we've got on the show to share with you. We're going to have a look at some artwork. And then, Deborah, we're going to try and do 2, if I stop talking, we'll try and do 2 demos during the course of this hour. So no pressure.
Brace yourself,
we're
going for it.
Nice and gently. 1 demo in the first hour, and maybe 2,
first
3,
hour?
10 o'clock.
Oh, sorry. I thought we were going longer.
No, we can do.
You just worried me then.
We have no time limits. Right. Okay.
So 2 demos in this hour. We're going to aim for.
Yes. Yeah. So I'll try not to talk too much. So let's have a look at some of the products we've got on offer for you today. So if we start off over at the far end, these are the Barbara's Shack baubles. Now these are baubles that are already sort of ready to go, so you can stamp them, you can colour them in, you can use your embossing to use them. Really elegant designs. And these were doodled in the shack with Barbara, so many of our friends at home will have their original piece of artwork. And when we look at the price on this, basically it's buy one get one free. And the item code for this particular product is 11674. So I thought what we could do is we could have a look at some, let's have a look at these stamps on the overhead. This is what they look like. I mean, look at how many stamps you get on one set.
I can't count them. Does it say on the pack?
It'll say it on the back.
1, 2, 3,
Can't you
4,
count more
5,
than 5?
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, about 15
stamps.
stamps.
You get 14 on the other one.
I'd have to take my socks off to count that many.
Okay. So you get 15 on this one. Okay, so here is the stamp set.
That's
so you've got 15, and you get the masks as well. Okay, which are really important, aren't they?
Definitely, because you can overlay the stamps then, add backgrounds around them,
and also go around the outside as well with the mask.
As we did, and you could do as we did this morning with the shepherd's window stamp.
Oh, that's right.
Brushy ink.
So this is the Barbara's Shack Bauble stamp collection. You've got both of those stamp sets there. I mean, you mentioned earlier you've got the outline stamp. Baubles.
They've both got an outline. They've both got 2 baubles and then a selection of snowflakes and stars. So they mix and match beautifully as well.
So it's great. So you could take the different elements. I mean, just using the snowflakes in a design.
Great in a sky, just a blended ink sky, and then snowflakes embossed on there.
So this is a piece of artwork from Debbie McMullen. So she's taken just the outline stamp, hasn't she, and then infilled it. This is where the masks come in.
Yes. Yep. The pattern in the centre that she stamped in with one of the snowflakes. So it's this snowflake here, I think, that's in the centre. Oh no, it's that one.
No, it's not. It's on the other one.
My bad. Oh, it's on the other one.
It's
that one.
It's that one. See, you don't really see.
I've even got the wrong set.
You don't even see what's on the stamp set and where the design team have got them from. And then you got that star up there, which is the star at the top to create like a lovely border, isn't it?
Yep. And she's brushed ink around it as well, just to give it that.
And that's where the mask really comes into play, isn't it?
Fantastic.
So we've got this one from Elaine Milner.
That's lovely, using the two infill baubles and then the one that was
that sort of like
doodled in the shack.
It's just like so, beaded, beaded one,
it's
isn't
beautiful.
it?
It always makes me think of those wonderful Asian designs and headdresses, the Indian headdresses. And
I know exactly what you mean. Yeah. And then we've got this piece from Sam Crow. So you can go lovely, crisp and clean and more traditional, and then you can Sam it, so to speak. You can give it the Sam Crow effect. So she's used a bit of, I'm guessing, the jelly plate on there.
Yeah, that looks like Punchinella on a jelly plate.
Yeah.
Barb's got that on her craft along with the new stencils next Thursday.
On the the leafy overlays and the bow wob.
Woo-wah, bow wob. Any day. We do know the products.
We do, colleagues. Of course we do. Then we've got this one here from Debbie McMullen.
So when I was talking about the masks, this is what you can do with it. So Debbie stamped the centre one from the right, I'm going to get this wrong, so I'm going to check it out. So this one first in the centre, covered it with a mask, and then has stamped this one from the Season's Greetings set in either side.
Right, so that's where you get the illusion of one.
And that's where you get the illusion of it sitting behind it. Yeah, with the one of the snowflakes from one of the sets in there. Actually, I think it's this. I think
it's that one.
It's that one. Honestly, I'm terrible. Dear me.
Did you want to borrow my glasses, Deborah?
Oh my goodness! Well, yeah.
This one, we both fell in love with this one, wasn't it? This one fantastic. Is from Dee Paramore. So she's done, as you call it, sort of like fussy cutting.
Yeah.
And you've got they look as if they're sort of dangling on their own, don't they?
They do, because these ones at the end here aren't attached. It's literally attached here
to the frame
at the side and at the top here and here. So as you said this morning, Dee stamps it on the inside of the card blank.
Yeah.
And then and again with masking, so they're overlaid, because this is all completely flat and it's not stuck on. It's from the original card, and then fussy cut all the way round, all of this detail out, creased
to create that
creased a fold in the card, little bit of designer paper on the back, and then that just folds in like that.
That's lovely, isn't it?
Beautiful.
And then this one from Debbie
3D.
McMullen, and this just uses the elements, the snowflakes.
Yep, lots of the little stamps out of the set.
Stars in there as well.
If you look at this against it, all of these. So now, why did I do this? But she's definitely used that one, and she's used this one.
Yeah.
Let me come over to the right a bit away from the L. Yeah, this one I think, and that one.
I reckon she's
that one's in there. So lots of mix and match. Yeah, in here. This one.
Yeah,
it's
and
fantastic.
that tiny little one there is from the other stamp set.
And the solid stars.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Lovely. So that's the Barbara Shack bauble stamp collection, and they're ready to go. So you can see from the artwork there. So if you want quick and easy cards, then these are perfect just for stamping them onto sort of the designer papers, onto parchment. They look lovely on parchment, because you could still do your parching tricks to create white work as well.
You could, and take that again, and then with parchment, it's taking the colour out of the back of the parchment, isn't it? Introducing new colour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So then if we look at the next collection, so if you're feeling a little bit more creative, this is the Build a Bauble collection. So you've got 3 A5 square stamp sets, okay, And then you've got your sentiment rounds as well. So we had a count up of these ones. So you've got 5, 6 there, 11,
about 28,
13 there is 24, and another 4 there, 28 stamps. So for this price, it's again, it's at half price. Take advantage of it. Just go onto the website, claritycrafts.com, put in the code 11728. That'll appear, and you can add that into your basket. So should we have a look at some of the what the stamps look like on the overhead?
So this is the Build a Bauble set, which kind of the rest of the collection is based around, I think. So 5 main stamps, the background, so that you can add the colour in your background. I'm going to use this one shortly in my first demo. And then 4 different toppers that you can pop on it. You can either stamp and colour it or heat emboss. Use a light ink and then a darker ink on top for the topper. Lots of potential. Or
potentially also you could use a clear embossing pad with clear thing to give it like a proper glass
Make
effect,
it look glazed. Yeah, lovely. And you've got the little topper there as well, which makes your bauble. So if you want a bauble, you can make one. If you don't, then you've got the option for a round, because some of these would work for birthday cards or other occasions as well, so that you're not restricted purely to Christmas with these sets.
Right. So this is a piece of artwork from Julie Dunn, and that's just using the mistletoe and that smaller stamp set.
Yeah, the sentiment rounds, which we'll look at
come to on that one. And then we've got this one from Sonia Goodliff.
This is lovely.
So Sonia's actually die cut with our Pico dies to create the shape of the bauble. And if I'm not mistaken, I reckon that's probably a white Posca pen or the Pergamano gel pens.
Gel pen, maybe. It's very fine. The colouring, stenciling in the background, but that's so luxurious, isn't it?
It's really nice. And I suppose this one here, this really shows that solid black stamp that's on the printout. It's not black, is it? We put it on like that so you can see what the stamp is.
Yeah. So this one's been stamped in green.
Yes.
As have the sentiments. It's on one of the small squares of stencil card, the 3.5 by 3.5
by 3.5.
Yeah. And then it's got an embedder.
That's also half price in the club sale.
Yeah.
In the sale.
Not a club sale.
Not the club sale.
Everybody
it's an everybody sale. Yeah, you don't need to be in the club to be in the sale. Okay.
Okay.
And then
moving
the next
on.
one. Yeah. So
what have I got? What have you got?
You've got the wreaths. You go for those and we'll have
I'm in with the wreaths.
Okay. So this one is
4 wreaths and a sentiment on this one. So again, mix and match. You've got holly.
Yeah.
You've got
as you said, it's like a twiggy garden centre type with the red berries on the end.
That's it.
Yes.
That's it. And then 2 more kind of general leafy ones, which will work for other occasions as well.
Yeah. And I suppose if you masked off half of it, you could you've got like a sort of a semicircle as well, haven't you?
Yeah, lots you could do with that. Or even stamp it around the edge of your card to give a curved pattern.
Just like, it's very similar to what Linda Spencer's done here. She's just taken part of that, hasn't she? And just stamped. She has, and
that's literally, actually, I was thinking of using it more deeply, but you can see this frame, it looks like straight lines, but it's actually just the very edge of that wreath.
Yeah.
Isn't that brilliant?
So you're taking a circle and turning it into a
square border. It's lovely.
So very sort of traditional looking there. Yeah. And then this one, we know who's done this one. Lovely Sam Crow. Which is really nice.
Again, that looks like a jelly plate background with the small circle jelly plate, do you think?
I reckon so. Yeah, the jelly plate petites.
Gel plate.
Yeah.
Yeah, the petites.
What I love, I'm going to just hold this one up to the camera a little bit more closer. I haven't been on camera 3 yet. Let's see if I can get this one right. There we go. So if I bring this in close,
that looks good.
Can you see how it's been offset? So Sam's actually stamped it twice to give it and sort of slightly offset it to give more of sort of like a shadow.
Depth, yeah.
Yeah. I think that's really nice. And then I've got this piece of artwork here.
Oh, we know who that is as well.
There we go. From, who do you reckon this one is then?
That's got to be Eileen Godwin.
I reckon it is. Queen of the Stencils. That's using one of our stag stencils, which you'll find in the half price sale on the website.
And the stripe stencil.
Oh, of course, yes.
Across the stag.
Yes.
And then add the wreath in.
Oh.
Aim for a second demo this afternoon is to do something using those techniques.
Nice.
Sort of,
We
with
look forward
stencils.
to that. And then I like this one as well. So this one is from, oh, I don't, you may recognize the name on this one. Someone called Deborah Wheeler.
Oh, I don't know. Who are they?
No, I don't know who she is. But
so I took that Twiggy
yeah,
effect stencil and I heat embossed it in gold. You know, I like a bit of heat embossing.
Indeed.
And I used a red Perga colour pen to dot in the berries.
Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go on the overhead on this one. So I'm going to bring this one up really close to the O because it's probably easier to see.
Cool, you've got steady hands. That's cool.
So you've taken, as you say, that wreath.
Yep. So the wreath, I dotted, because it's like little holes around the wreath. So I dotted that in with a red Perga colour pen.
Yeah.
And then stamped the sentiment in red, but just used it. So stamp this one upside down, if you like, against the middle one, and then back up again. So you get the curve.
Oh, you get
flowing.
sort of like that. And I suppose you could
put it vertically
that way, as well, and it actually works that way as well.
Yep.
Doesn't it? And it gives that a different look.
I just say, if you heat emboss and with the Perga colour pen, you then need to, I popped on this one, which was not my first sample.
Right.
I popped a piece of paper towel over it and just pressed it to blot the Perga colour pen. Because if you get it on the heat embossing, it won't dry. It'll soak into the paper, but it won't dry. And the first one I did of this got smudges.
Oh dear. The
so
berries
there you go.
Exploded.
I've done it so you don't have to.
And this is from Linda Spencer. So Linda's just used the, as we were talking about earlier, the semicircle, just stamping off the page on that one.
So it kind of makes a swag, you know, those lovely Christmas swags you can buy.
Yeah.
But with the deerscape die, love it. And then the I think it's called the castle.
Oh, that's
mask.
I think it's from the scenescape one, isn't it?
set.
Yes.
Yeah, all half price in the sale.
And along with the deerscape die as well.
Didn't that what I said?
I don't know. I wasn't listening.
You weren't listening. Nice, isn't it? Thanks, friends.
Okay, and what's in the next stamp set?
I don't know. What have you got there? You've got this one. No, not that one. We've done that one. There we go.
There we go. It's hiding.
So this is the Colour Me rounds.
Yes.
So named because you can colour them in, I guess.
It is. I believe this one was
cool.
designed by Jazz.
It's
and
brilliant.
That one in the centre is like a little mini backdrop stamp.
It is. So it's got the guttering on it. So you get a frame around it. Whereas if you look at the one on the Builder Bauble, it's plain.
It's just solid.
It's just solid.
Yeah.
This one's got that little framed edge on it.
So it gives the illusion of sort of matting and layering, but all in one level.
Yeah.
So this one is from Sheila Metzler.
So Sheila's used all 4 images there, and then one of those sentiment rounds as well, just to embellish, along with the little accent stamps that come with the set. And if you look here, you've got the deer, the birds. The trouble is we look at the main images and don't notice
forget the elements.
But you've got a flower, butterflies, a deer, and some birds on this, as well as a couple of leafy sprigs.
Nice. And then this one is from Linda Spencer. So Linda's taken one of our framer stamps, which is Noel, and replaced the O with that stamp set.
Well, is that what she did?
Yeah.
The other way you could do this is with the letters.
Oh, cool.
So the alphabet letter stamps.
The woodblock dies.
Or the woodblock dies, which I did one with. Yeah.
You did. That's what made me think of the dies.
Yes.
Half price in the sale. Just saying.
Really? You should have said.
Yeah.
Yes, I think you're right. I think she's used the framer, but I was thinking you could use
it on the back. I'm not that knowledgeable, but I read it on the back when
but you could use just the letter dies. You know, the alphabet letterbox. That's the one I'm trying. That was the word I was trying to find.
Then we have this one here from who do you reckon's on this one?
All right, that's Is that Sonia?
That's the D power.
Oh, D. Oh, of course.
Yeah.
It's
I love
so much detail in the vintagey.
So Dee's taken our nested circle dies, but it's all one level, isn't it?
It is. It is. So I'm guessing that's like inked, mopped up off a mat.
I reckon so.
And then the sentiment circle die stamp around that.
Yeah,
that's beautiful. I love that.
And I reckon the pencil just to bring out that layer.
Yeah, pencil shading.
Then this one here from Linda Spencer. So I reckon on this one, I haven't cheated on this one. I reckon Linda Spencer's actually taken the alphabet to do that. I might be wrong, but I reckon that's what's been done on that one.
I don't know. I think
the hope is bigger, I think.
Okay.
Should we have a look?
Hope needs to be big.
Let's have a look. Check. Let's check. Oh no.
Hope framer.
Hope framer. I was wrong. There you go.
And that's got the is that the sunshine stencil behind it? Isn't that a fantastic effect? But it's not Christmas at all.
No.
That's lovely.
And then the final
someone going through a difficult time.
Yes. Yeah, that'd be beautiful, wouldn't it? This is from Tina Morris.
Lovely.
And she's using one of your favourite products on there. Embedders.
And it's heat embossed in gold. I'm just trying to angle it a bit. That's better. You can see that better. Heat embossed, coloured in, a little bit of shading, a word sticker. She's rounded the corners on a piece of stencil card and then used the rounded corner embedder. There we go. You can see that.
Yes.
In fact, twice. I've just spotted.
Is it double embedded?
Yeah, look. It's here.
Oh, yeah.
And then it's right here at the outer edge of the card as well.
So we have the embedders also on the show and the item code for the embedders, because you get the right angles and then you get the softer radial edge ones, don't you? And the
radial edge, that's very technical.
I think that's what it's called.
Curved corners.
The item, there we go. Gilly's kindly put that up. So for that,
thanks, Gilly.
£6.50. 31301. You definitely need two sets of it. Even if you've got one, we said earlier, they're like a groovy guard. You always need more than one groovy guard. And with the embedders, I'm sure many of our friends at home have probably got a couple of sets of these, because you put them down and you think, where's that one?
Where are they?
So you put one safe and then you can never find it again.
Yeah, it's true. We've all been there. Well, it's usually in one of two places, I find.
Right.
Somewhere or in a safe place. It's one of those two places most of my stuff is.
And then
carry on.
Yeah, I shall carry on. And then the final stamp set in this collection. So this is from the Builder Bauble, and this is the sentiment rounds. Yeah,
so 4 different sentiments. And again, you think Christmas because Christmas is the top one, but it's got thinking of you, happy birthday, and sending you love. So certainly with the Colour Me rounds as well, lots of different options for different occasions. And I love these because they're just different from the normal straight sentiments you get, as a great way of using them as part of your frame. So if we look at this one, that's one of the Colour Me rounds. It hasn't got the background in, it's just the topper stamp.
Right.
The Christmassy one with the deer and the poinsettias.
Yeah.
And then what just stamped once around it. Isn't that lovely?
So you've got that semicircle, and then the centerpiece has then been offset to create the frame.
To create the border.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then this one from...
Oh, that's Sheila Metzler.
And then this one from Dee Paramore. This is very clever.
We looked at this earlier, didn't we?
Yeah.
So that's got one of the wreaths in. Then the Christmas sentiment. And these are the
Wee Christmas.
Wee Christmas.
Yeah.
From
that stamp set.
And then just blended a little ink through there just to put in the illusion of the hills.
And it does, doesn't it? It gives that effect that they are dashing over the hills, aren't they?
Yeah. You can just feel the movement in it.
So then the final stamp set that we have on the counter for you are the Christmas windows. Now, this is what Deborah was looking at during the 10 o'clock show and did a demonstration using these. $9.99. Item code for this one is 11053. It's an A5 stamp set, and you've got those. Where am I going? Where's that gone? I'll put it somewhere safe. Here we go.
Thank you.
So we have a look at those on the overhead.
I'll get them on the overhead.
Jointed this afternoon.
Wrong camera, Paul.
Wrong camera. Number 2.
Stick with us. There we go.
There we go.
Okay.
It's your fault.
Me?
Yeah. Careful with the quads down there.
Oh yeah, mine the quads. It's the four brothers.
The four brothers.
All four generations of a family. Somebody popped that in the comments earlier.
Yes,
for a
it
farming
could be,
family.
Yeah.
Anyway, 6 stamps here, mainly on a Christmas theme, but not necessarily. So, you know, thinking from a church perspective, great for confirmations, new babies, baptisms. This would be lovely for a winter wedding.
Yes.
Or an engagement. Lots of people get engaged at New Year, Christmas.
New Year, yeah.
So that would be lovely for that. And then if anybody you know is having quads, then you have 4 shepherds for their card.
4 shepherds. And I think what's great, because as you say, you've got those elements on there, haven't you? With the star, the candle, and just for general celebrations.
Yeah, exactly. I love them, but actually they're really good for particularly your batch making, because of course Clarity is an angel company, so you can make to sell, and people are often needing to make multiples of cards at Christmas. So these are great for relatively simple and straightforward.
Yeah.
But as you see from the design team cards, you can step them up or down depending on your preferred style. Mine's clearly the step down end of the scale, but
definitely,
you know,
not.
there are others do much more intricate designs than I do. This is lovely on a Christmas tag cut out with one of the tag dies. If I just sit that on there, you can see the outline of the tag. I think that was duly done.
It was indeed. And
and a sticker on it. Great.
Yeah.
The personalized tags.
And then I love this little collection of 4x4 from Linda Spencer.
These
you
are
like
so
doing
beautiful.
this, don't you?
I do. I'm going to do it again. I worked out my layout last time. One thing I do is learn.
There we go.
There we are.
So Christmas time is often when we have to make the most cards, isn't it? That's when we send most of our cards in one go. So to be able to create these lovely little 4x4s with these stamp pieces, a little sentiment underneath, add a little bit of colour. I'm guessing there's pencil work on there. Pencils,
and then if I can catch the light on this, there we go. Glossy accents on these, so they look glazed.
They do, and they're also that sort of stained glass window effect, aren't they?
Yeah. Really lovely, really lovely. And so these are on the small 4x4 cards. Are they in the sale pool?
I'm not sure about the card blanks,
right?
But if not, they may have a discount on them, so you'd have to check the website for that. And then if you love those designs of the Christmas windows, we have them available in the 7x7 stencils. So maybe you're looking to do a little bit more artwork that's slightly bigger. Maybe you want to do a picture. I mean, look at that.
And you know, I'm hoping to be able to do a second demo this hour, and we'll use one of the stencils in that, which are just lovely. They're so quick and easy to make a really nice
effective looking card. This one's from Dee Paramore.
Beautiful, beautiful, and just that shading around the edge as well. But this is purely sponged in the center and then a different color around the outside, but you really get that glow behind the dark.
And it doesn't look festive at all, does it? No. This one's from Jane Telford, and this is using our postcards, which I know will definitely be in the half price sale. And then if we want...
But it's lovely because this really makes that sentiment come forwards, because the muted colours on the stencil and just using the little stars, the isolating part of it here for that star, push that into the background, and then
the sentiment jumps forwards. This is another one from Jane Telford, and what Jane's done, she's used the dies in conjunction with the stamp. Okay, so you could also take the stencil and add a background to that well, couldn't you?
Because the stencils are bigger than the stencil images are bigger than the dies, aren't they?
Yes. So for example, look, there's the stencil, so you can see it's bigger than the die. Let's go over that way a little bit, Debs.
Oops, sorry.
There we go. So this would be stencil. This is your die, and then the one just.
In fact, let me come this way, and then you can see the 3 sizes.
There we go.
That's it.
Perfect. So you've got the stamp, the die, and the stencil. So we could have done everything in the same size, but we know that you can take the die and use that as a stencil.
Yep.
Can't you?
Yep.
You could pop that on there. There's a lovely piece.
You can snip the dies down as well.
Yes, they don't have to
stay. You don't have to have that whole thing. You cut it out as a topper, but then you can take it down to a single frame or down to 2 frames on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's this one here from Debbie McMullen where she's combined the die with the stamp on top.
Oh yeah, I thought that she would have used. When I first saw that, my first thought was that Debbie had cut the die out as a stencil and put textured paste through. But actually, they're the off-cut bits that fall out.
It's been die cut onto white card.
Oh, I see. And
because it's an aperture die.
It's really interesting, isn't it? You look at things, it's almost like an optical illusion.
Because we all
where
see
you think
something...
what's cut through.
Yeah. And
you're right.
I thought what we'd do is just have a look on the back shelf at the die collection, because what you're going to get is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those window dies.
Yeah.
Plus you're going to get your nested arch with the peace and love in the middle for £49.97.
It's fantastic.
So it's fantastic. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. If you were paying, say, £10 a die, and you're getting that one.
You're getting that one free.
Yeah.
And that's got, is that 5 nested dies on it that will then cut out the right shape for this?
That's right. Yeah.
I did have before they fell off with that.
This is my one that I use. So an essential one with the, let me just bring this one in so we can have a look maybe on the overhead on this one so you can see. Because if you just like the shape and you're not necessarily into the windows, you can see you've got all your separate layering arches.
Yeah. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And then you've got your centerpiece that
and that's
gives
the
you the artwork.
So although these ones are aperture dies,
one is an aperture, yeah.
The center one is an aperture, and then if you wanted to cut it out as a topper, you just use one of these of the size
that's
you
right
wanted.
Because you've got that arch shape, it would be difficult to sort of get a precision cut, wouldn't it?
Well, and you'd wind up using a rectangle otherwise, wouldn't you? So,
yes. So the rectangle.
So you lose the impact of the arch, really.
Absolutely.
So that's really nice.
And with the dies, you can make arch-shaped card blanks as well.
Oh yes. Just slide it off to one side so that you don't cut through the fold.
Yeah.
And then you've got the arch-shaped card.
Absolutely.
Excellent.
So you're interested in that item. If you search for the nested arch, you'll find that on the website on its own, half price. But if you want to go for the whole collection, then the item number for that one is 30709, and it's $49.97. I think that's an early Christmas present, don't you?
To yourself,
obviously. To yourself, obviously. Yeah, you wouldn't want to give that to anybody else.
No, absolutely not.
So, okay, so what are we going to have a look at? We're going to attempt two demos
all right,
in half an hour.
Let's crack on then.
Crack on.
Let's crack on.
Okay.
Right, let me just give me a minute while I just clear a bit of space here.
So let's have a look on the pack shot. We're looking at some lovely designs here. You've got various different options. If you go to the Clarity Crafts website at the bottom, and when you go to the front page, there's a Clarity TV button. If you click on that, you'll see everything that is available in the, well, not available in the show, that is actually on this show that Deborah's going to be using. However, once you get onto that homepage, have a look around, because we've got up to 50% off across the website. Okay. And we ship internationally as well.
Yeah. Yep. Always worth knowing.
Right. Camera number 2.
Okay, I've got my glasses on. I'm good to go.
Okay.
So super. I thought we'd have a look at the Build a Bauble set. Thank you. It's a good job you're here. Really,
I'm glad you're here as well.
He did threaten to leave me on my own earlier. I went, no, please don't. So nice and simple, my preferred style. We're going to build the bauble in the middle, use the sentiment rounds around it, and then use the topper to actually fill in the background on our card to frame it.
Oh, so what you've done, it's got the, so that's the stamp
set.
So
it's this
there.
one, yeah, thank you. So we've used this stamp in the background, the little the little bauble topper on the top.
Right.
And then this lovely leafy one, which I just think is just gorgeous to fill in
that is
the frame.
lovely.
And then that one is repeat stamped around here, and I'll show you how that works.
Oh, of course. It's a circle.
Yeah.
But you've used it to create a square frame.
Yeah.
Okay, where do we get started?
Well, let's hope, eh?
At the beginning?
At the beginning. It's a very good place to start. We're about to sing. I just wanted to show actually a couple more of the design team cards using this. So this is done on a 5x7 blank with the season's greetings embossed on it. This one, which I think might be Julie Dunn, who is brilliant at pattern building. So she set it on a diagonal, whereas I set it on a straight. And then this one, which is Andy Duggan.
Isn't it funny how you've
bought it in
all
smaller.
Used a very similar
colour?
If
It's
not
my favourite colour.
Let me zoom out a little bit so we can.
Let me move over.
Okay. Yeah, you're going to move. Right.
That's it. Move them in.
Saves
shuffle.
me stretching. And then we've got this one as well to throw into the mix.
Oh yes, and a lovely. This is the pale green with an embedder
to protect the centerpiece
around it, so your centerpiece is clear. So that's actually a 1-layer card. There are no additional layers on this at all.
But it looks dimensional.
Yep.
Okay.
So you can get fantastic results with it. Okay. So I've got to remember which is mine now. That's the one I'm doing.
Eeny meeny.
I know. Well, that could be interesting. Okay. First things first. Actually, I thought I'd do something a bit different. We've done a lot of Christmas, but I keep saying I can't even pick card up anymore. My hands aren't working. Thank you. I keep saying, yeah, you can use these for any occasion. Use them for other occasions, celebrations, etc. So I thought I'd make a birthday card.
Super.
With the Build a Bauble Christmas set.
Okay. So a birthday card with a Build a Bauble stamp set.
Yep.
Okay. Right, let's see where we're going down the road on this one.
When is a bauble not a bauble? When it's a birthday card.
Right, okay.
Okay, let me have some scrap paper.
And what card are you working on?
I'm working on the 3.5-inch square stencil card.
Half price.
Let me bring this in here so you can't see. Right, look, my stamp is stained because I've used previously used a coloured archival ink on it.
So it may stain the stamp, but it doesn't affect the quality.
Doesn't affect its quality at all. And you can get a lot of the residue off with rubbing alcohol.
Yeah.
Or like the blending solution.
Oh yes.
But you'll always find there's a bit of staining on it.
I think it's the pigment, isn't it?
Yeah.
On the colour.
It soaks into the polymer.
Yeah.
So as I said it before, I always do this by eye. I probably shouldn't. Line your stamp up where you want it, and then I go over the top with my mount, and I can line up the etched lines on my mount with the edges of my piece of card.
And this is a 4x4 mega mount.
It is, which are the perfect size for these.
For the
these stamps,
and also for the 3.5-inch stencil card.
There's something about not having your mount too big. Because if you've got a big amount with it, your stamps in, and the danger is you get pressure and it wobbles off to the side.
The wobble effect.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So if you're interested,
the moral of the story is buy all the sizes.
Buy all the sizes in the half price sale. If you're interested in the 3.5 by 3.5 cents card, I mean, this is Barb's go-to. It's if you go to her studio at home or even the studio here.
Yeah, there's a load here on
there's
the
a great
side.
big stash. So you've got so that's a double pack there, and it's 31402, 475, and I think that gives you 200 pieces. Yes, it does. There's 100 pieces in each of those packs, so 200 pieces for £4.75. Wow,
that's good. Right, okay. I might have overcooked this a bit. So I'm using Distress Oxide. Okay. I mostly use oxides actually, so it's just because I got into them. They're more chalky, whereas the Distress inks are a bit more transparent.
Right.
Once I've used them, I found I built up my oxide colours, which is why I wind up using them all the time because I've got a bigger range in it. But I've popped ink on my backdrop background stamp, and then I'm just spreading it out with a sponge. If you put it down as it is, having just inked on it, you don't get even distribution of the ink across the stamp.
Right.
So spreading it out with one of the spot-on sponges.
$6.98 for a pack of 4, 64 of those, half price.
Excellent. Then you just spread it out and even it a bit more. And then the other thing I want to do, stand well back.
Oh, here we go.
Armed and dangerous.
Is it time for a shower?
It is.
Okay. Watch the electrics, Debs.
Thanks. Yeah, if we go off screen, sorry, it's because I've just hit the electrics with my spritzer. No, I'm going to stop there. Bob always goes one more.
I know, it is. It's that thing. One more.
This is nice because they're water reactive and you can get some lovely effects doing this. You've got a bit more time with distress inks, etc. They don't dry as fast as the archival. They're slower drying. Same again, and as before, if you press well in the middle of the stamp, you'll get the outer edge will always go down.
Follow through.
Yeah. But these mega mounts are lovely because you can get really even pressure across your stamps.
They are, and it does do that, doesn't it? You're pressing in the middle and you can actually feel the
I was sceptical when they first came out because I'd always use the handled ones, which I still love.
Yes.
And are my go-tos for lots of them. Yeah. But actually, as I've got into using these, for this kind of size of stamp and lining it up, these are brilliant.
I know Barb's often got a stash of the 4x4s. In her, I was going to say in her drawers, in her work drawers.
Yes.
She was talking about her ink drawers last night in the shack. So what are we doing now? So are you cleaning it now?
I'm cleaning it now.
Right. Okay. So I thought you was going to reapply.
No, that's fine. No, cleaning it. Literally spritz it with water. Wipe it off with a microfiber cloth. I do think this one needs a wash. It's pale blue.
Or is that not the colour of it?
No, it's pale blue originally. Covered in ink.
I've seen worse. Okay.
Can you see? I've got a lovely mottled effect on that now.
Yeah.
From spritzing
can we hold
it with
that up
water.
to the camera, to the one above, slightly?
Oh, sorry, people.
That's right.
I went too fast. There we go. You see that?
It looks like a moon, a speckled moon, doesn't it?
You could get some really fantastic effects with it. It's unpredictable. You don't know what you're going to get.
No, I mean, I'd like that with just a sentiment in the middle as well.
That would be lovely. That could be lovely. The thing is, when you've done that, it takes a little bit longer to dry because you put water on it.
Right. Okay. So you've got one.
Having watched Blue Peter as a child, here's one I did earlier.
And you can see the difference now, can't you, between the two? The one that you've just done and this one. I'm guessing this one had maybe a little bit more water.
I think it probably did. Let's have a look.
Although that one's drying out now, isn't it?
As it's drying,
more of the whiteness is coming through.
Yeah. But yeah, I think I put more water on this one.
Yeah.
Here. Okay, right. Anyway, that is my dry one, isn't it? Yeah, let's go with that.
We'll mix them up now.
Just to say, your spot-on sponges are reusable. They're not
at
used
half price in the sale, Deborah.
Oh, sorry. Don't reuse them. Use a new one every time. Buy as many spot-on sponges as you need.
Oh, dear. You can never have too many spot-on sponges, and you can never have too many stencil brushes. I mean, guess you popped downstairs to see our lovely Sue in the call centre. And how many stencil brushes were in that basket?
My basket.
In your basket?
Oh, just the one pack.
Just the one pack.
Mrs. Wembley.
Half price. But I mean, if we have a look at these stencil brushes, I mean,
I just want to say they weren't the only thing in my basket.
I know that. I wasn't going to. I get into trouble for grassing our friends up at home when we're doing Groovy Tuesday. See the orders coming in. Oh goodness, you really liked that 5 pairs of scissors you just bought, and poor Pete's listening in the background. So we've got our stencil brushes here. I mean, $10.99.
I know.
And you've got a lovely bouquet of them, just like Barb. It's it's sort of like a collector's thing, isn't it?
It's a clarity thing, I think.
It is.
Yep, lovely.
So
I can't be bothered to clean them all out. So.
Well, at that price, you wouldn't want to clean
You don't need to.
You?
You absolutely don't need to. Right, back on my technique here. So I find this really helpful just to line the stamp up, the topper stamp, up on the card. Again, make sure it's clean and dry.
Right. So you've gone with the background first, and then the topper.
Yeah, because I'm using Distress Oxides. They're a bit more chalky.
Right.
So if I was to stamp the background over the initial image.
Yeah.
So do it the other way round.
So if I stamp the black line art first,
yes,
and then I put the backdrop with the oxide
yes,
on.
Yes, you'd mute your
black line.
Black line.
Because it's going to sit on top.
Yes, because it's more opaque.
Right. That makes sense. Yeah.
Actually, I haven't even given that a thought till you said. Sorry. It's good, eh? Think on your feet, Deb.
Say yes, Paul. Just say yes, Paul.
Yes, Paul.
Yes, Paul.
Right. Okay, so that's lined it up again, which means I can... I shouldn't say this live on telly, but should be able to go straight down. But I'm going to use another distress oxider with a darker purple. I love Wilted Violet.
Oh,
Such
right.
a
So
yummy
you've got
colour.
oxide on oxide.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
So I'm not. You could go in with black and put some colour in, but I'm gonna go tone on tone.
Tone on tone. And I think if you have a look on our website, we carry a number of distress oxides and ink pads, and they will be on a special price as well over this weekend. So maybe you're looking to sort of top up your stash of ink pads as well.
Let's see how this works. I didn't try this colour combination before, but I like...
I like sort of like when I'm working with parchment, the same sort of colour tone on tone with the colour.
I love tone on tone.
So again, you're pressing in the middle of that 4x4, and you've got that little bit of time because it is a oxide or a distress. It's a pigment-based ink pad.
But because I put this on and got that lined up around my stencil card,
exactly,
I know I'm not hovering and trying to see through it all.
Yeah. Okay.
There we go. Oh, that's rather nice.
It is. That works rather well, doesn't it?
See, and here's the Christmas one I did. So this one I used tumbled glass and peacock feathers.
Oh, see, I would have thought because of the detail on that stamp, I would have thought that was an archival stamped on top, because an archival gives real
and
detail,
I think
the
design team ones were
because
archival.
Sometimes if you get a really detailed stamp and you're using, I'm guessing if you're using like oxides, because they can be quite, you should say they're chalky, that you wouldn't get such a clear impression. But if I bring this up to the camera, you can see that even you're using a more chalkier ink as opposed to an archival, you still get the detail from that stamp.
You do, and actually, I think you then don't need to shade it in, because you get a slight spread of colour.
I think
the lines are a bit
designed.
Fatter.
Yeah.
Don't know if that's the technical term.
Fatter. Well, fatter is a word. Yes.
Right. Let's have a go and see if I can stamp a sentiment on this. So I'm going to do the same.
Sorry, Deb. Sorry. You always do this when you're doing your stamping. You always put your stamp onto your card. Right.
Yeah, it works for me.
Yeah.
And I think part of this is finding what works for you. So play around and practice stuff.
Yeah.
Nothing goes wrong. It's actually a learning experience.
Learning curve.
A learning curve. Oh,
see, for me, I mean, I would take the stamp, ink it up. I'd have a rough idea where you were going, and I would chop the card down to size.
Yeah.
But this way, I totally get it. I suppose it's like it's a manual stamping platform, aren't you?
Sort of,
Without the leverage of the lever on that.
Yeah. So I can line that up roughly.
Yeah.
Let's see if it works. It may or may not. Then I'm going to go back in with my mega mount again.
4x4
same,
mega mount.
and lining it up again. The beauty of these is they're flat, so they'll hold the
shape.
The shape. Okay. I'm going with black archival for this one.
Right. And with these stamps, there was a piece of artwork that we saw earlier from Dee, where Dee has actually curved the curve.
Yes, she's flattened the curve.
Yeah, flattened the curve, so you get a different look. And you'll find that because of the quality of our stamps, you can do that. And then when you take it off of the mount, you just let it go back, and it goes back to its shape, doesn't it?
It'll ping back.
Yeah.
As it were. Okay, right. This is the easy one to do. Because I'm going in straight over.
So this is where you're going over the top of the circle.
And I'm lined up with the edge of my card, so I know where I'm going.
Yeah. Okay. And this is from the Kiss by Clarity Build a Bauble stamp collection. You've got 3 A5 square stamp sets, and the A6 stamp. Lovely. Stamp says.
All right, now.
And the item code for that one is 11728.
Okay. So then this is where the fun starts.
Okay.
So what I'm aiming to do.
Yes.
There's always a plan.
Just imagine this is a practice one.
Yeah. Nobody's watching.
No, nobody's watching.
I managed it on this one. Can you see there's only one dot?
Oh, yes.
Between the sentiments.
Yeah. So
because I managed to overlay the dots.
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
But if they don't overlay, it doesn't matter. Does it? You could take a micron pen and just make the dots bigger.
Fatter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Easiest way. I always find it easiest to stamp right way up for me. So I've turned my card round.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to go in. Beauty of transparent stamping. I am hovering a bit on this one.
That you can see through.
You can see through. Okay, I reckon that's about there. We'll find out in a minute, won't we?
Okay.
Okay. Can somebody pray?
I'm sure it'll be fine. There's nobody watching. There's only 139 people in the room with us.
No problem.
So I wondered why it was a bit warm in here. Right.
Nothing to do with the hot air we're spouting.
No. No.
Yay!
Yeah. Can we hold that up to the camera?
Oh, I love it when a plan comes together.
There we go. So that looks now as if that was one complete circular stamp.
Yeah.
So you have that versatility with those sentiment rounds because you've got there's two semicircles.
Yeah.
To be able to do that.
Of the sentiments, yes. Yeah. But use those dots to line up. I saw Barb do that when these were first launched. I can't claim originality on that. But it's brilliant. It works so well.
Okay.
Okay. So then the next thing is to get this background on our
card blank. Because I thought originally that had been masked off. I thought that was one piece. Yeah, because I know like you keep your thing on one piece.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if you'd masked off the area. But I suppose you could do that, couldn't you?
This is what I'm going to do. So now you can see it's the circles.
Oh, yes.
But when you put, let's have this one. Here's one. This was another Christmas one I did.
Yeah.
But when you lay that over there, it hides that middle bit.
And now they're not circles.
No. And there might be small gaps around the place, but your eye takes you away from those.
It does, yeah.
And you can make it bigger or smaller, as we saw on those other ones. So let's have a look at doing this. So you're doing this directly on the card blank.
Right. And do you, I suppose, because it's a circle, do you sort of think, right, I'm going to start here, I'm going to start there?
I started in the corner.
Right, okay.
And it tessellates very slightly. So kind of tried to join the leaves up as much as I could. So I hadn't got massive gaps. If you see, look, I've linked the leaves in here.
Right.
And here, so it's off a bit more.
Oh, I can see
around.
that.
Do you see?
Right. Yeah.
So you just need to think about it a wee bit.
I quite like what that space in the middle.
It's quite nice, isn't it?
I bet that was intentional, wasn't it? You wanted that little kiss in the middle.
Oh yeah, of course I did.
Of course you did.
Right, let's see what happens. So back to my distress oxide. And
you're working on your card blank folded as opposed to single layer?
Folded, because I don't want it on the back.
Right.
And if I've got it out single layer with the fold, I'll get it on the back of the card.
Right. Okay.
Unless I mask it off. And
I mean, sometimes it's quite nice, isn't it?
It is. You can get expensive ones that go over the...
I was going to say, if you ever go into a card shop and you have those expensive ones that wrap around the back.
Right. So, and this is... you don't have to worry about which way up your stamp is.
No, so no overthinking it.
Just go for it. Come on.
I suppose you can also get the second generation, third generation if you
wanted to.
For a softer focus.
So this is where I'm just having a look through here and just seeing where leaves kind of interlock a bit.
Oh, so you twisted the stamp, yes.
Yeah. So I've got a leaf coming down here and I've got two leaves going up there on the stamp.
We just had a very important question just come in. I'm just going to bring this up on the screen. So from Zara Axton, card shops, what are they?
I don't know. I've heard about them. I've heard about them. Are they like dragons and people talk about them and they're a bit bit mythical?
I think so. Yes. So Lovely to have everybody's company. If anyone's got
Great
any
having
questions,
everybody
haven't had any
with us.
questions. So, I mean, I've been too busy watching what you've been doing. But
So have I, which is probably just as well in the circumstances.
I just happened to catch that message from Zara. And I thought, oh, there's a question. So, very good question.
So yeah, just keep working round. As I say, don't overthink it, but just try and link the leaves together as you're joining it up.
That's
Do you
right,
see? Look, I keep looking for that little one that's coming down and link my two ones going up. And I'm not worried about gaps on the edge because you get that optical illusion and you take your eye away from it.
Yeah, when you put that square panel in the middle of the finished one, it takes away the soft edges to make that frame.
I keep turning my card, so I'm coming around. So I'm always working on the same side
area,
rather than trying to stamp upside down, as on the card rather than me.
Yeah. Wow.
Just in case anybody thought I was doing a headstand here in the. That so is not going to happen.
I can't do headstands either.
Right, let me talk about this last corner. So I've come up here and I've just gone round.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to stamp this corner next. Let me go up a bit. I'm going to come here next because then I can fill in on the corner and line it up as to how far in I want the stamp.
Yes.
Because what I don't want it to do is overlap.
It's overlap after doing it all the way around.
After going it all that nice, and then you discover that your space you're left with here is too small.
Yes.
Ask me how I know.
How do you know that, Deborah?
I've done it so you don't have to.
You're very kind helping us like that.
Completely altruistic, just thinking of others. Okay, so now I've just got this corner here. Look, I've got a smudge. Oh, and now I've got my ink pad. Now I've got ink on my fingers.
Ink on your fingers. See, that would parchment. There's no ink on parchment. Nice and clean. There's a lot of lovely groovy designs also in our half price sale as well. So you may want to have a look at those while you're on the website.
So I'm going to have a go at filling in this corner. Barb's just walked in the room. So, of course, that's not made me nervous at all.
I told you there's only 140 people watching, Deborah.
Oh, yeah, no sweat. Ta-da!
Lovely.
And then
so you can hide up your little smudge.
Yeah, so my smudge won't show because that's going to sit on there like that. And that's how you make, that's the other thing. Find your fold before you stick your topper down.
But I suppose it doesn't matter because it's a circular sentiment.
Smudge here as well.
It doesn't matter, does it?
No.
Because it goes all the way around.
That's true. But sometimes, like, this is very slightly off center, so I'd want it sitting slightly up. It would look better and more balanced. And then I'd probably run a black Sharpie around there, which was what I did on this original one.
Right.
Just to make it stand out a bit more, just get the definition around the edge.
On this one here, you're treating it as a bauble because you've added that little bauble topper on there. But on this one, you've left it out. And it's now just a lovely circular design.
Yeah. Yeah, and I drew in the string for the bauble with a micron pen and a ruler.
A Pergamano ruler, no doubt.
Of course.
In the cell.
As if.
Right, okay, so that's... Well, do you reckon we'll get another 2 minutes? Or should we have a look at some artwork?
Or shall I come in and show you some?
Yeah.
Oh, Barb's come. Barb's here.
What have you got for us, Barb?
Right, it's sale time.
Is it?
I don't know if you can hear me.
No, we never said.
Microphone on, but I've been having a clear out in the cupboard.
Right.
Oh, you're going to hold it like that? Ah, bless your heart. Well, so I was looking at these. Hello, Debbie.
Hello, my lovely. I'm good.
Hello, Paul.
Hello, Barb.
Now we have got a crowd. Anyway, listen, I was looking in the cupboard.
Yeah.
And I found these and I thought, I've got to show what's going on here. Right, half price sale.
Right.
So check this out. This is very Christmas. Okay, I know you'll love these. Right, so check this out. You've got the candle.
Yeah.
Right? You get all those free. Buy that, get that free.
Of course.
So you get all that for £10.
Wow.
Right?
That's cool.
It is very cool. You get that outline stamp with the mask.
Bonus.
Look, you get all these little elements free. You know, like the easy layout place. And you love these little.
I do.
Right? Snow globe. Perfect.
Yeah.
You get that one. And you can see it belongs to this set. All free, but of course they're interchangeable. You could put these in there. It's a very interchangeable.
But the
set.
little stamp top left matches the bigger one, doesn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the
That's
code.
the clue.
That's how you know that they belong together. So you get the stag, you get the mask, so you can work on the inside of the artwork,
Yeah.
right? And then you get all these little elements. See, to me, these little stamps are absolutely what it's all about.
Do you know, sorry to interrupt
Go
you,
on.
Barbara, I think that's what that card of Eileen's we showed,
Yeah.
Paul, with the stag with the striped
Yes.
on it. I think that's what Eileen
use
used
the
for that, and then
mask.
put the striped stencil across it.
There you are.
I reckon so.
So you've always got the mask in there as well. So I
love
think
the
£10
masks.
for all that lot. Look, so you've got another
Holly
leaf. Then you've got this one with
Like the
all the
countryside,
woodland
yeah.
characters in there. I love this, the copse. And then you've got that landscape, really beautiful. And again, you've got like the little flyaway boy and the dogs and the cats and the children. So it's like really miniature wee folk, isn't it? Now, have I done the bird already? No. There's the bird. Like, I know. So you've got the bird with more woodlands, and then you've got the garden. See, I just think if you're going to treat yourself in the sale, I know that we've got these in stock, and that's why I really wanted to show them.
Wow.
So just to recap, I'll just show you this. You get well done. Just to show you, you get the bird. This is the line art
you can really
now.
see that detail, can't you?
Just to show you what you're getting. Look at all these elements. It's quite something. You get the tree with this really, it's beautiful for infill, isn't it? Gorgeous.
You don't see that detail when you look at it on the stamp set. You really need these.
No, and when you bring it up here like so, you can really see. Doesn't that look great, right? So you're getting that big stamp as an infill. You're getting those, getting all these little elements, top quality clarity. Again, here we are. I was listening to you talking, and I thought I've just got to show you. Here are a couple of examples. There's one of my.
I love that. That's the wraparound, isn't it, on the copy paper?
Yeah, wraparound. So it works really nicely. There's that one as well. So just wanted to kind of show you how dynamic these stamps are. When you look at our website, there are so many. It's often difficult to isolate them.
Yeah.
See.
You literally can't see the wood for the trees
You
on the website.
Cannot.
But actually, Barb's done the job for you.
There you go.
Wow.
Well, there you go. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
See you later.
Do call again.
Do call again. Right, let's just stick that back on there.
Okay.
Wow.
I don't think there's going to be another demo.
No.
But I will blog.
Okay, and what is the blog?
deborahscraftyblog.com.
deborahscraftyblog.com.
Yeah.
Okay.
And actually, if you grab one of the stencil ones, I can show you just around the back.
Yep, there we go.
This one is going on the blog today, which is using the stencil and a bit of sponging and the brick wall stencil and Barb's handwriting.
Christmas Centre. Barb wrote that while she was in here. But if you want to write like Barb, then you've got the stamp. I really love this because it's got that elegance to it, hasn't it? And the way in which Barb writes. We often see it in the shack when she's writing, the pen doesn't leave the paper. It creates that lovely swirl. So that's a really nice sort of stamp set, especially for the festive season as well. So you're going to blog that one.
So I'll blog this one, and then my other demos that I didn't get to, and these two that we've done on YouTube as well, I will. They'll go on the blog as well over the coming weeks. So lots to come.
Yeah. So if you've taken advantage of our half-price sale that's happening at the moment, when you get these home, then you'll be able to go and look at Deborah's blog, and obviously you can come back and watch us on our YouTube channel as well. Oh, it's like Christmas has come early.
And there's more.
And there's more. This has just appeared. It's just come down the chimney.
It's Santa Barbara.
Santa Barbara. Very quick. So this is I think this is called the log cabin.
Oh, do you know what?
Winter
I
cabin,
put in an order while over lunch.
So Debbie's
got more that we're going to need.
You've got me over. Jilly has put the code in the chat. This is the Winter Cabin Reflections, and the item code for this one is 11459, $9.99.
Whoa. So like these, so you've got a piece at Christmas, but you've got another time for reflection that can be more general.
Yeah.
So the log cabin, the trees, I love trees. I love
and
a
this
row
is
of trees.
One stamp, isn't it? So it gives you that immediate outline.
That's one stamp, but the reflection is two stamps.
Yes.
And actually, so you can use them. this way up as
two
well if you
stencils.
want individual stamps.
Yeah.
But it's the reflection, and the same with the log cabin.
Cabin.
Mirror images.
I remember seeing Barb
I'll turn it
do.
slowly so I don't disrupt the screen. Sorry, people.
I remember seeing Barb back in the day at the NEC with the brayer, doing the reflection on the brayer. I bought the kit because Barb used to have a brayer kit. You got the brayer, the ink pads, and some stamps, didn't you?
Yeah.
And so I was watching, and I got it home, and I sort of inked up. And then brayer used to go flying because you had to just take your time, didn't you, and do that.
Yeah.
And,
and the other technique was doing it. I think we learned to do it on a blending mat.
Yeah, to load up the brayer with the ink.
Yeah. And then also you can do mirror stamping with the gel press.
Yes.
On the jelly plate as well. But why worry? Get
that stamp set there.
Get the stamp that's already done for you.
Absolutely. Right. We're talking the same.
Sorry, people. Only one demo again, but the others will come through on my blog. So, and I do step by step on my blog, so you can.
Perfect. That's great. And as I said, you can go back and watch on our YouTube page. This morning's 10 o'clock show. Maybe you was out shopping this morning. You can go back and watch it then. So thank you very much for joining us on Clarity TV. Thank you for Deborah for coming down and keeping us company and sharing lots of tips and tricks throughout the past 2 hours. And I think that's it.
I think we're done.
It is Friday, isn't it?
It is.
I've lost sort of track of what day it is. So don't forget, we're here to keep you company. The sale runs from now until midnight on Monday over on the Clarity Crafts website. You can give Sue a call or Jazz, and the office is open until 4:30 today. And then it reopens again at 8 a.m. on Monday. So don't panic if the phones aren't answered over the weekend. We're back on Monday to help you out if you need some help. And then Barb's back in the shack on Monday at 10 o'clock. I think it's continuing with the letter L for love.
Nice.
So thank you for Gilly for helping out. And you're back on
Tuesday? Oh, no, you're on holiday.
I'm on holiday. I've got a couple of weeks
holidays.
off. I am indeed. So I'll be back with you in a couple of weeks. But
have a
the whole Clarity, thank you. The whole of the Clarity team are here to keep you company. We've got the shack on Monday. We've got the shack. There's the shack craft along. Is it on that Thursday? Yeah.
I don't even know what the date is. No, 2 weeks. Week on Thursday. 2 weeks time.
One after. Make sure if you go to the front of our website, maybe you're finding this for the first time. Sign up to our newsletters, and then when things are happening, like our half price sale, then you'll get notified about it. Have a look at Barbara's blog, which is barbaragrayblog.com, and also check out the Clarity Matters blog that lovely Gracie looks after. On Saturday, there's a Saturday share, and then on this Sunday, there's a step-by-step project from one of the design team.
Yeah.
One thing I will say just before we go is that if you like to sort of, I was going to say, get up close and personal with sort of artwork, okay, then the perfect opportunity may be for our open days, okay. Now, normally we have our open days in June, but this year we decided to have a fest. The reason we've done it really is because Deborah couldn't join us in June, okay. She was away on her hollybobs. So we said, well, we need Deborah to sort of come and show us what to do. So we're having a festive, a Christmas open day just for Deborah. So she's going to be there all dressed up as Merry Christmas, and she's going to sing a song. Oh, hang on,
steady on. I didn't get that memo.
Did you not?
No.
Okay. So we've got the tickets available on the website. Gilly's kindly putting them up for us. So you've got Friday the 8th of November. It's in Ditton in Kent, near Maidstone, just off the M20. It's £10 for the day. And for that, it includes a complimentary mince pie and a hot drink. Oh, okay. Now, you may want to come for 2 days, in which case you can come on the Saturday as well. Okay, £10. This ticket will also, when you hand it over, will give you, there's a £100 prize draw, and you'll be given a raffle ticket. On the hour, there's an hourly raffle from Barb.
Barb's raffles are great.
They are. And in June, it wasn't just one prize per hour, it was several. So you missed out on that.
I did indeed.
And then finally, if you want to make a whole weekend of it, on the Sunday, for the first time, we're doing workshops. So if you want to get inky and arty with Barbara, then there's a workshop available on the Sunday in the same place. So we'll leave the shop up. And then also on the Sunday, Linda Williams, groovy parchment art, 3D angel. For those of you that were at the parchment retreat on Monday and Tuesday, got a sneaky peek of what that design is.
That'll be cool. Well, I'm already booked on Barbara's workshop, so
right.
I'll
Okay.
be there.
Well, I'll see it. If I don't see her there Friday and Saturday, I'll see her there on Sunday.
Well, I better turn up Friday and Saturday.
Better turn up Thursday to set up.
Indeed.
So there you go. So thanks as always for your company. Enjoy the rest of the weekend, whatever you're doing. If the weather's not nice inside, then just stay inside and craft. Yeah.
Get your order in.
There we go. Get your order in. She's learning fast. So take care now. Thanks ever so much. Thanks, Jilly.
Bye.